Happy Devils Sunday! This is the post-game podcast. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty from SiriusXM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Devils late surge, fall short, lose 3-2 to the Capitals today at Prudential Center. Devils are now in the midst of a 2-game losing streak. But I have to say, Scotty, and we'll go through the recap, I saw a lot of good things today. Some improvements.
Okay.
And I saw a lot of not so good things. So...
All right, yeah, I'm going to let you try to convince me because I was not a happy camper with this game, but we'll roll back here real quick with this one. Capitals at the Devils. Malstev gets his first goal from Subban and Zacha to start the scoring. Vrana with a very, very nice, that was obviously a set play that he has for himself, using his speed, taking a shot that, is designed to be kicked out in a rebound sort of sense and kind of chase your own rebound. Really great goal there by Vrana. Backstrom, then Sharangovich gets his third from Wood and Zajac. Ovechkin comes back, then splits the defense with that wicked Rista, right? And that was his seventh. And, shots on goal just... kind of a dismal for the Devils. 7-10-4 for 21 total. Nico out of the lineup. Look at this. No shock here. Face-offs. Capitals, 67.3%. Devils, 32.7%. That's just, that's that element that Nico brings, and I think you saw that a lot today. Just him not being in that lineup. They are a different team without him. Penalty minutes were the same. Hey, the Devils didn't give up any penalty power play goals. They didn't give up.
Murphy's Law,
but they didn't score any. They didn't score any,
Yeah.
so they were 0 for 6 in total. So that's kind of all right. Well, they killed 3, but they didn't score on 3. So I guess we'll call that one even there. Blocks, they only had 6 blocks, 5 giveaways. Hits was good. Nice to see Bastian kind of drop the gloves there, even though he didn't get his gloves off in time with Corey Dillon. Wait, is his name Corey Dillon? No, that's the running back. Am I getting confused?
That's the running back. It's the running back.
What? I'm getting confused. I'm getting my fantasy football confused with my hockey here. Anyway, a couple shots landed. Bastian got 1 or 2 in. Dillon got 1 or 2 in. Nothing landed in the end there. Too bad, but they both got a couple nice shots in, so that was good. But, I don't know. Bad penalties. Palmieri taking another bad penalty. Mac Black, I think the big difference is every shot the Capitals took, I felt like was a high quality scoring chance, whereas the Devils didn't. Gusev had a great opportunity and let the puck go off his stick, turns around right into Ovechkin's goal. There was some good moments, I guess, but really in my mind, I think this game could have been looking a lot different. Those 2 goals, Malstev and Sharangovich, were lucky goals. They were. Samsonov hasn't played in, however many games it's been since he's played, coming off of injury and whatever. Those look like rust. And those, I think, would be normally saves. They kind of just trickle through, squeak through, both of them. To me, this game was like a 3-0 shutout. I was not thrilled with this game. The scoring chances that the Devils have were really not high quality, save for maybe the end there with Zacha in that last little scrum in the last couple seconds there. If they could have pulled out a point at least from this, okay, you could feel good. But in my mind, this was not a good game. I felt like the Capitals pushed us around again. I don't know. I was not happy. I really felt like those 2 goals are lucky goals, and that's not stuff that we can really count on. I feel like the Capitals did a good job of shutting down Jack Hughes. Janssen, you really didn't hear too much from them. Palmieri, besides taking penalties, he had a wraparound attempt that he missed the net on. He missed a couple other, just missing the net. Got to hit the net,
Gusev, Gusev for the second game in a row.
Gusev.
the Gusev jinx where he has a great chance and then it goes the other way and the Capitals score. So
Yeah,
um,
I don't know.
I'm,
I wasn't too thrilled with this game, Samuel. I'm not gonna lie to you. So you said you saw some good things though. So I'm gonna let you try and convince me, that there were some good things about this game. So tell me, come on,
first off,
give it to me, Samuel.
first off, the penalty kill, right? I want to
Okay.
start off
All
with
right.
there. Okay.
Okay.
I thought
Okay.
that the diamond that was formed was in perfect position most of the times. They did not leave the back door open where Mac Black had to fend for himself too often. Still needs improvement. Don't get me wrong, but it was better, and it needs to continue to improve. It's not perfect, but it's going in the right direction. That's number one. Number two,
Okay.
I mentioned I bitched the last few days about not establishing the territory, not taking any crap from the opposing team. I liked how Bastian, you mentioned him before, fighting back. Miles Wood here and there. You see him behind the play. He just does a little jab. Tom Wilson has a reputation, and they didn't take his crap today, so which is good. Now, some of the bad things that I saw, the 2-on-1s that they gave up. Okay, and
Yes.
I actually texted Shorts Guy this because I was seeing some fundamentals that, okay, is there something I'm not seeing here? On those 2-on-1s they were giving up, both Vatanen and Subban. The goalie takes the shooter, the lone defenseman takes the trailer. Disrupt that pass, and they did not execute that at all. Matter of fact, it almost seemed like they were both the goalie and the defenseman was taking the shooter, and guess what happens? One flick of the pass, boom, the trailer gets the goal, right? So that to me is basic. Now, Shorts Guy did say, unless the goaltender told, had a little mini game plan that Mac Black said, you take the shooter, I take the trailer. I don't know. I've always been taught the other way around, but that's something where I almost threw the phone at the TV because I was like, all right, well, this is hockey 101 here. But again, I thought it was, again, it's like I'm still impressed with Ty Smith. I like his game.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to focus on the positives. It's not easy.
Well, no, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking back here at my notes too as well. In the second period, after that Sharon Govich goal, you get a lucky break right there. What did we do? We turned around and took a penalty in the offensive zone like 30 seconds later. That kind of stuff. That's what stood out to me. Yeah, Ty Smith, played well. Jack was the only one who seemed to be really creating some sort of, forward momentum there in what I was seeing today. So, but he was getting shut down. He's not ready. And I think someone hit us up, Dave Parado. Hey, old Dave Parado. And I totally agree with you. Games like this with a young core, with or without Nico, I think it was a little bit more evident today. I think we immediately got spoiled by having Nico back in the lineup. You realize, we've been talking about it, that he's the team's best player, but you realize how much he does and what he creates when he's on that ice. But, they are going to have games like this. And, that's when we were talking about yesterday in our post game. I know a lot of people want to see us pushing and think we can make that fourth spot. But, man, I really think that we just need to be over 500 by the end of the season. Because guess what? Our schedule does not get any easier. We just had the Caps for 2. We got the Islanders coming in next, right? And then, hang on, I'm opening up my app right now and going to that schedule. All right, we got the Islanders coming in. Then we get 2 with the Rangers. Then we get Boston. Then we get Washington. Then we get the Islanders for 3 in a row. This is not going to get any easier. And even teams we've played well against the Rangers, obviously, but even a team like Buffalo, who isn't as good, they've had our number, the entire year. I don't know. I don't know. Today was a little I don't know. I was a little disappointed with today. I don't know. I really was. I really felt like this was more like a shutout. Like those 2 goals, I just felt were lucky goals, and they could have easily been saves. On someone who's not coming off a big layoff and was probably a little rusty out there. And you saw him get better, Samsonov. As the game went on, he made he wasn't really challenged. 4 shots in the third period. That's not good for a team that's trying to win a game and tie it up, Like, you got to get in there. And I saw a lot of the same stuff. You get your zone entries, but then you immediately lose possession of the puck. It's good that they're, we don't have to worry about the old drop back pass that we've all hated for, a couple of the past 2 seasons.
I'll tell you what.
I think they do a good job getting into the zone, but they're just, they lose possession as soon as they get in, I saw Zacha a couple quick passes, and Zacha took it into the zone a couple times, but then it's just something's not clicking. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Sam.
I'm a big again. Thank you, Jeff Romano. He says Wu is on the money. Goalie takes a shooter. I learned that all the way in grade school. Jack's weak turnovers are becoming a bad habit as well. Yeah, again, I don't want to criticize the coaching because, of what's going on. I mean, but
I don't think it's
at the same time.
Well, regular 5-on-5. I don't know if it's that as much. Maybe on a power play and special teams, we might have a gripe there. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Well, you know what? I'm old school. I like the dump and change. I like defense. I like, I think the Devils right now are not playing a game that's suited for the talent that they have. And what I mean by that is, again, when they get too fancy, they get no results. All right. I liked the fact that some of the hard plays towards the net, those just like towards the end there when they're crashing the net, when they're going hard instead of just standing around on the perimeter. Yeah,
it didn't
really well seem that way.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like they were doing that too much today. I mean, even Dano brought it up. In the beginning of the game on the broadcast, talking about how that's what Zacha did yesterday. He paid the price. He took a big shot, got back up, and he was boom right there in the middle. And Nico was, at that point running circles around everybody. Yep. And, everyone starts paying attention to him. And all of a sudden Zacha's just tapping the stick on the ice there and boom. But he's got to pay that price and get to the middle. And they did that yesterday. The Caps they're a tough team to play against. They're one of the best teams in the league.
I don't know if this even makes sense at all. I know they have a lot of European players, but they really need to play a North American system because, again, it's like I'm looking at it. It's just like anytime, again, it goes with that east-west, north-south thing. That this team has so much speed. I want them to go down the ice. A lot of times they're passing back from one board to another. They lose the puck and then it goes back the other way. Dump and change. Get it behind the net. Start establishing a position. Start winning those battles behind the net in the offensive zone. That's why I don't like those drop passes, to be honest with you. Those back passes we were talking about in the zone, because I prefer them dump and change. That's me personally. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong answer there. I just don't think this team is good enough to play that East-West game, that fancy game. I just don't think they have it in them. And it's not saying they're not talented. I just don't think they're that type of team. That's just
Omar hit it here on the Facebook page here. The puck was not brought deep into the Capital zone. It was not. Zacha, yes, Richard Slenko, Zacha streak is still alive. Still got his point streak going, so that's one good thing. Rocco De Palma. Ooh, bad weekend for the Devils. No points, 0 out of 4. Like, at least, man, if they could have snuck one today, at least get a tie. Maybe they could have got something in overtime, but at least one. Benji still got confidence that we're making the playoffs. Man, I don't know. I just want to see them getting to 500. That's where I want to see them. Because, like I said, the schedule's not getting any easier. It's not getting any easier. We are in the toughest division in hockey. And these series are gonna be tough because these are teams that can make adjustments on the fly. They're teams that have done it before. They're hardened, grizzled perennial playoff teams, and it's gonna be tough for the Devils.
Jeff Romano right now is my favorite person because he's agreeing with everything I'm saying. He says, dump and change, use their speed and young legs. Woo, you're so right. We cannot gain entry, so let's go with a different method. That's all I'm saying. I just think that let's use what's working, and again,
there hasn't been a whole lot working though lately. What do we like? We came off a 4-game losing streak. We won 1, and now we've lost 2 in a row, right?
Well,
or am I missing something in between? Maybe I'm missing one in between or something like that. But I mean, that's not good.
Like on the penalty kill, Scotty. One of the things I noticed, when they were really bad only a few days ago. It just seemed like everybody was out of position. They were up too high, and which was leaving the crease just unattended. This game, let's build off of it. They weren't too high this time around. It seemed like they were more down towards the crease area where they can collapse in front. The one thing that's really bothering me is they're not blocking shots. They're not disrupting those passing lanes. You look at what the Washington Capitals are doing. I just envy. There's a jealous envy there. It's like, why can't the Devils do that? Why can't the Devils? It seems like, when the Washington Capitals, when the Devils had an extra man, and it was 6-on-5, it seemed like the Capitals were beating them to the puck, and it seemed like they were swarming. It didn't matter what the Devils were doing. They got it. They got the puck. I just wish I could see the Devils, just do some of the basic things right,
Yeah. I did see, I will say on the penalty kill, I did see some good stuff from Mikey McLeod today. I thought he had a pretty strong game. The fourth line down there with Bastian. We have been talking about how they've been kind of quiet recently. They made some noise today. The fight, Malstev gets his goal. Mikey McLeod, I thought, had a good game, throwing some hits. Good penalty kill. Took a big hit as well, trying to get the puck out of the zone there in the third period. That was pretty good of him to stand up and take that massive shot. So I will say that Will Butcher as well. I didn't think had a terrible game. I don't know what to think about Kulikov. I'm on the fence with him back and forth. I feel like sometimes I want to see Butcher and PK together because I feel like Butcher is a little bit faster and can keep up with, when PK decides to and we need to get back a little bit quicker. I don't know. I saw Kulikov chasing the plays a couple times. I don't know. Man, I'm not a coach, but I don't know. Today I was a little frustrated. I'm trying to be positive today. I'm trying to be positive because to me, those 2 goals were just lucky goals. Those 2 goals were just lucky goals, man.
On YouTube Live, Rody Ryan probably agrees with you. He's like, this game was infuriating, man.
Yeah. It was. And this is the start of a 5-game homestand, man, this is two losses like this. Not the way you want to start up. Hopefully, with our fans back next game, right?
Tuesday. Short Guy and I will be there. Short Guy and I will be in section 120. I think I have to look at.
I'm gonna be looking for you guys.
No! I want you to be listening to us because I plan to just be shouting shenanigans the entire game.
Okay.
See if I can get on MSG.
So we can get ourselves ejected from the arena. on the first game back, huh? Oh, you're gonna do some advertisements? Get a little microphone, megaphone.
I'm gonna yell. Let's go, Devils podcast the entire time. Just add the podcast in the end. I'm gonna make up. I'm thinking or you know what you could do is you can kind of kiss up to the broadcasters. Maybe get a picture of Erica and Bryce and hold up a sign that says "Give them an Emmy," and then the cameras will start to pan around, and then you can get on TV. That's something I could do. I don't know. I don't even know what to do. I mean, we're going to a game. It's going to be pretty much, I don't know, mostly empty.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, though. It'll be a lot. It'll be like one of those snow games. Just think of it like one of those snow games back in the day where only like 5,000 people would show up on a blizzard, and the games would still be going on. The old Meadowlands going out, 16W there.
Those were the days.
That parking lot. Yeah, man. So, just think of it like that. But I don't know. I hope to see some more lineup changes on Friday. I see Omar here is talking about Kuokkanen. I thought Kuokkanen produced pretty well in the role that he was in. I wouldn't mind seeing him. I know I've talked about seeing Nick Merkley back in. I don't know. I'm not on the Sharon Govich train. I feel like he scored today, but again, like that was, I don't know about that. That was kind of a lucky goal there. So I feel like he's had a lot of opportunity and he really hasn't produced. He's only got 4 points on the season. I know he came in super hot from the KHL, but I don't know. I know maybe, I'm not a coach. Maybe Lindy sees something that I don't, but Kuokkanen I thought was pretty solid. And, I liked the game that Merkley had. We've all been waiting for Nolan Foote, but, we might have to wait a little longer, whenever that does happen. And Kevin Ball, we'll see. Haven't heard too much, about Jesper Boquist either. He is someone that we haven't seen, perform to the way we kind of, I think, anticipated and expected. Mm-hmm. But Maltsev, I thought, had a strong game, today. I will definitely say that. He's a big body as well, which is always good down there on that fourth line. But I think he can maybe, move up. I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a Merkley, Zajac, Maltsev for a game and see how that combination, works on the third line. And put Wood back down with McLeod and Bastian, I don't know. Just trying to think maybe something that can spark the team, get them to play better, get a little more secondary scoring. We haven't had, I don't know. Am I off? Am I way off on this, Sam Wu?
No, I don't think you're off. I'm just reading the comments. Again, face-offs is a big problem. It's all the little things they're not doing. Face-offs.
First game Nick goes back out. We go down to what was it, 32%? It was 67 to 32%. Jeez. Yeah.
But you know what?
Every defensive zone draw you're losing, basically.
But then again, good teams will never have a drop-off. We shouldn't have to rely on Nico to being there, right? That's just my opinion. Yeah. The block shots. All right, I don't know if there's a stat for I wish there was a stat. Interrupted plays, meaning clogging up the passing lanes and tipping the pucks. I don't know if there's a stat for that. I wish there was a metric for that. And all that stuff. Again, it's like if you want to be a good team, you have to play the full 60 minutes. The entire, in my mind, the entire game is the whole body of work, right? They're just simply not doing all the little things. And when they get into the offensive zone, they're looking for the perfect shot. They're looking. I rather see a barrage of shots on the goaltender. Wear him down. Wear this goalie down. Get some rebounds. That's how opportunities come about, right? I mean, look at the 2-on-1s the Devils gave up. The Capitals did exactly. They capitalized, no pun intended, on the Devils' mistakes, and they finished. They buried it. Palmieri, he could have buried it, but he shot it in the back of one of the defensemen on the Capitals. Gusev had an excellent chance in the slot, going straight
and then
to
he
the
forgot the
crease.
puck.
Yeah, he screwed that one up for the second game in a row.
I want to give a shout real quick, Sam Wu, to I think this is Coastal Time up there in Alaska. Devils Nation up there in Alaska. How about that? I'm sure the ice is good up there in Alaska right now. You know,
sure.
Get out there first.
I'm sure.
Old Anchorage, home of Scott Gomez.
Yep.
But yeah, Sam, it's I don't know. Jeff Romano, we had it good with the young Zajac winning faceoffs like a boss for years, and it's true. We did. We always had Zajac there, winning. But Father Time is catching up to Travis as well. And look at his. I mean, he's. I think today was his first assist. I think that assist he got today was his first one on the season. Travis isn't putting up points that well anymore. Is it something maybe he moves down into the fourth line and we move Mikey up? Is that the
I'll
way
tell you
the
what,
future
McLeod,
goes?
I hate to say it because we rag on Beer Baron. McLeod's game is actually impressing me. That's one of the positives I saw.
He was one of the ones I was impressed with today.
He's got that mean streak. He's got a mean streak to him.
Yeah, he had that fire and he had that push. He was the one who was really battling today in the corners. It seemed like maybe the Devils didn't want to go and mix it up with Chara and Dylan and those big boys back there. But I don't know. I saw Mikey McLeod getting in there and working it, and like I said, took a big hit, not delivered, took a big hit, killing that penalty in the third. The horrible hooking call once again on Palmieri. Another hooking call, another hooking call. In the third period, got stood up, got rocked, but you know what? He put the puck down into the corner on that penalty kill.
Well, and
he made sure that it got deep.
And that's what I was kind of talking about, the North American game. The grit, the pounding that you have to take and have to give. You look at Chara, okay? Here's a European player that plays with a lot of grit, plays with a lot.
Well, he's 8'5", okay? So we can't
I understand that. I understand that, but
I think Ovechkin's a better example. I think Ovechkin probably a better example of that. Just because he's still big, but he's a more, he's a scorer. He's a scorer. Yeah. He's one of the greatest
killer
goal scorers of all time in the history of hockey. We were watching a living legend, I mean, the guy is the man, but he will drop the gloves, kind of remember Jerome McGinley? There's another 500 goal scorer right there, but Jerome McGinley would mess you up if you try to pick a fight with him, man.
Oh, yeah.
All those years when he was up with the Flames, Calgary, man.
Remember that
fight?
Had
some tough series.
Remember that fight, LeCavier and
McGinley
in the Stanley Cup Finals? Two captains that really wanted it, and it was a street fight, a respectable street fight. A two captain, I think he was alternate captain, LeCavier, but just wanting, would not give an inch. That's what I love about hockey, is when you just don't give an inch. You do all the little things just to stop them, and I think that's what's missing. There is no killer instinct. There's just none, and I think that's what's the frustrating part. They got to learn it. They got to bury it. Yeah, and here's the good thing. And this is what we've learned over the last 40 years.
They got the game on Tuesday.
Yep, and you can teach grit. You can teach all those things. So, and that's because I don't think talent and skill is the problem with this team. There's definitely skill.
I think it's experience. They need more. They need to get more experience, and it's really the lack with a young team. The lack of practice is just really, really evident. The things that they should be working out, they're trying to do it in the game, and we all know the situation. It sucks, our schedule getting redone like that. But I think it is beyond evident with a young team like this, the lack of practice and structure because of that. I'm not going to blame Lindy on that because we've talked about it. I think Lindy has made some good connections here and he's done some good stuff. And he's been bringing I mean, you look at Pavel Zacha, you look at how Ty Smith is playing. He's top line Ty. We were he's going to play the third pairing. Maybe he'll be with Sammy all year and have a good mentorship. He's top line Ty already. It took 2 weeks and he was top line Ty.
All of our first rounders since 2015 are playing exceptionally well for the New Jersey Devils. Yeah. And I couldn't be more prouder of Zacha. Mikey McLeod, you got to give the guy credit. I thought he was on the way out. There
were two guys, both of them. I know I said it before the season started. I was like, Zacha, it's put up or shut up time. Like, if he doesn't start performing or like show at least some sort of like massive improvement or upgrade, I was like, we need to cut ties with this dude and move on. And or trade, whatever. We can't because we just re-signed him. But I mean, like, he's made me eat crow, and I'm very happy about that. Now he's been the best performer on the team. Look at the points, look at the goals, and even the style of goals. I mean, he's scoring some pretty goals. They're not just little flubbers going through. Blah, blah, blah. He's using that shot. He's using that shot now, and maybe it took him some time, but yeah, he's getting there. He's getting there.
You hear the music? I think it's time.
I hear the music.
Well, we're just completing the second leg of the triple header Sunday.
Yes.
As we will be back on at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. Beer Baron will be cutting it close. Shorts guy is coming from down at the shore. So we'll have to see. But we'll be back at 9 p.m. Eastern.
How is it over there in old New Jersey?
Oh, are you rubbing it in again?
Yeah, it's 73 here in Beverly Hills, just so you know. 73 degrees, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
It's raining outside. Beverly Hills.
I'm about to go for a nice jog. Do myself. We got my little kettlebells going over here. Oh, yeah. Hey, by the way, Samu, before we go, join us tonight. Everyone on YouTube Live, thank you for all the comments. Everyone on Facebook Live, thank you for all the comments. And everywhere else that you can listen to this show. But don't forget, we didn't really get the chance to talk about it. 2 games in a row now, we lost people near the end of the game taking bad pucks to the face. Miles Wood, on that Chara attempted clear, took one right to the side of the face, and you saw everybody very quickly like, hey, trainer, come on over here. So let's hope that Miles is okay, but also more lineup stuff. This is what we're talking about. Some of these other guys that we've been woken in, Merkley, maybe they're going to get their opportunity coming up here real soon. But we hope for Miles' recovery.
Well, absolutely. We'll drop this podcast in about 20 minutes, but we'll see you at 9 p.m. Eastern. Till next time, let's go Devils.